determine the coordinates of the point of intersection of the lines y equals to m1 times x plus a over m1 and the other line y equals to m2 times x plus a over m2. In other words, what we have to do here is we have to find out a solution to these two lines. We are going to solve these two equations simultaneously, and whatever values of x and y we get, that is going to help us obtain the coordinates of the point of intersection. So let us begin. So we start with the equation y equals to m1 times x added to a over m1. So that's equation number 1. And then we have the other equation y equals to m2 times x added to a over m2. That's the second equation. Now, since both of the two equations contains y on the left hand side, what we can do, we can equate the right hand side. So what we'll get here is m1 times x added to a over m1. That's going to be equals to m2 times x added to a over m2. Okay, that means we have m1 minus m2 times x. That's just going to be equals to a multiplied to 1 over m2 minus 1 over m1. Furthermore, we have m1 minus m2 times x. So we have a times m1 minus m2 whole divided by m1 times m2. So we can factor out m1 minus m2 from both sides, and that's going to give us the value of x. So x comes out to be a multiplied to 1 over the product of m1 and m2. So that's the value of x. Let's label this as number 3. So we can substitute x in either equation 1 or equation 2 to obtain the corresponding y value. So let's do it to the first equation. So the first equation, we have y equals to m1 times x. So x will be a over m1 times m2 added to a over m1. So here what we get is y will be equals to, so we can factor out m1 from the numerator and the denominator. So we have a over m2 added to a over m1, which means that the corresponding y value comes out to be a multiplied to m1 plus m2 divided by m1 times m2. So we have obtained the value of a. So let's label this as number 4. So we have obtained the value of a x and the value of y. So now we have the coordinates of the point of intersection. So we have the x coordinate, so that's going to be a over m1 times m2, comma the y coordinate, so that will be a multiplied to m1 plus m2 divided by m1 times m2. So that's going to be the coordinates of the point of intersection.